Hey friends, welcome to my channel and thank you so much for being here so early. Hello guys. So today on this stream I'm going to practice drawing some poses, some anatomy, and in particular, like, I prepared a few references that will help us to improve on drawing people. So this is what we're going to start with, and I will just, I think the size of the brush is exactly what I need it to be, and it seems that it's working. Yeah. So this is the first reference, and it's quite more or less static, I would say. So when you start drawing a person, like, I usually start doing so with the head, and I might just like approximately sketch it out. And if you want to capture the precise proportions, you can just count how many times the head can be placed inside the body. So for this one, like, starting from the 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, so around 6, maybe a little bit more. It's very approximate because right now I'm working like in Procreate, and when it's digital, of course, it can be like a little bit different from what you can see in live drawing session, for example. So there we use, like, usually I use the method of the pencil, right? So you just approximately like choose where the head ends, and this is the beginning, this is the ending, and then you count how many times you can put the head into the height of a character or of a person. So here we might do just that. I usually do that in live drawing, so like when it comes to digital art, I think it's a little bit more approximate because I'm not sure if it represents like the paper and the pencil that much, but we'll see. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So approximately, maybe a little bit more, we'll see. So, and after that, I try to just see the pose itself, and for that I identify the line and tilt of the line of the shoulders and line of the hips. So according to this reference, we can see that this is like line of the shoulders looks approximately like this, and whereas the line of the hips goes to the opposite direction. And we can even like check the where, yeah, like approximately like this. So the upper part of the body I usually draw like as an oval-shaped thingy, because basically, like, this is, once again, very approximately from the anatomic point of view, like, this is what the rib cage looks like once again, really approximate here, because to be honest, like, I don't remember how it looks exactly, but like here we have the thing where ribs are attached to, and from there, like, we have the ribs that go like this. So pretty much approximate. So I will just get rid of this thing. This is why I'm using oval shape for the upper part of the body, and like, it definitely helps. It can even be a circle or so, so it helps to Is it me, or like music seems a little bit too loud? Yeah, now it's better. Okay. So, and as for the pelvis and hips and stuff, like I usually use this shape. Just, I think it's called trapeze shape or whatever, but you get the idea. And for women, it's wider than for men. So let's say that if you're drawing a woman, it might look approximately like this, and for men it will be more narrow, more or less narrow. So of course, like once again, people are different, there are different body shapes and stuff. Now I see that I need more place for the legs, so that's why I will increase just here. And also the next step, I find the line of the breast, like trying to find the location of the hands and shoulders and elbows and stuff. Very approximate at this point. I would say that when you study anatomy, like lots of things, especially on the stage of the sketch, will be approximate, and it's okay to change them later, so don't stress about that. So if you are drawing and studying anatomy like on paper in a traditional way, just try not to press on the pencil like too much right away. Just make sure that you use lighter lines, and when you're like more sure about your drawing, in this case, like you can use the thicker lines on it, because you know, like if you are not careful with the paper, it can be damaged. So, and we don't want that. So that this is where legs should be attached, and we see that one leg is slightly like goes in front of the other, so we show that as well. So the simpler the shapes, the easier it is. Of course, like for more complex kind of drawing, you might need more precision, but here, since a lot of body is covered by clothes, we can choose more approximate shapes and proportions. And right now I see that I need to make the legs a little bit longer, so I think what we will do here is just choose approximately like this part, the lower part of the body, and we might just like put it a little bit here, and we might, choose freeform and make it a little bit slimmer, because I think I overdid. So let's try something like this. Maybe even like come back to the previous one. And then like separately I will elongate the legs. Yeah, I think that now it makes more sense. So if we break down the shape shapes once again. So it's around like oval shape, trapeze, or whatever shape. Circular, circular. Kind of rectangle for the legs, I mean for the feet. Yeah, and after that, like these can also become more like more or less oval shape. Yeah. That's the idea for this one. For this sketch, and maybe we can even like add some details here, just slightly, like show the neck, how it's connected to the shoulders. Since we're practicing anatomy here, oops, I won't focus on clothes too much, just the overall anatomy and pose. And by the way, one of the tips that I personally use for improving drawing the bodies and poses, especially like when you sketch, like at the very first step, try to have more free hand, like don't get it too stiff, and just allow yourself to draw some like lines that are curvy or wavy, so that you can catch the motion first. Because you know, like if you start drawing like too stiff or precise at the beginning, your pose might end up looking like too stiff, right, and not natural looking. So to avoid that, just like these, usually these S-shaped kind of like motions, they really help because they look very natural, very normal, just like people live and move and function. So basically that's, oops. That's the tip here. Okay, that's for the first one. I just hope that you can see it, guys. Check. I think it should be like pretty visible at this point. So we're going to choose the next reference. What I have prepared, and here it is. So another one, and by the way, when we start with the head, like the very first step as well, try to pay attention to the tilt of the head, because you know, like it's very common. I won't call this a mistake, but it's a thing that might make your life a little bit more difficult if you don't fix that at the beginning. Think about like head as a sphere, right, and as an object. So there is some tilt happening. It might look more like towards the floor or towards the ceiling, you know, like all these angles and perspectives and stuff. So sometimes it's a little bit tilted like to the side, one side or another. So this is why I definitely recommend to see like what is happening with the head, because usually head is a part of the overall motion. So if you catch that, it will be easier for you to draw the rest of the pose. So here we can see that it's like slightly tilted to the left. We can just draw it like this and show that it's So as I said, like first the lines of the hips and shoulders, and then let's see how this S kind of shape goes. I think I need to make it a little bit smaller. This here. Shoulders, and where the arms are attached to the body. So, oops. So basically these are parts of the pelvis that can be like be seen through the body, the skin, I guess. I mean, it's not like see-through, but you get the idea, like they can be visible sometimes, so depending on the body shape and body type and all this stuff. Also try to see like the relations between two knees. Like you can see that one is slightly in front of the other. Therefore, it is like if we draw the horizontal line, it's a little bit lower than the other one, so it also makes a big difference when we draw. Same with the feet, just trying to find where they both belong to here. The elbow, oops, where did it go? The elbow and connects to the shoulder. Here we can see the, oops, the way some muscles go there, how they're connected with the rest of the body. Once again, the breast line, approximate location of the breast. And when we're working with this, like once again, parts of the body that we have in the quantity of 2, like arms and legs and feet and knees and all this stuff, like try to find the connection between them, because of course like they won't be just the same every time, and there are some differences, and nobody is like 100% how do we say that? I mean that if we flip horizontally, like it won't match. But anyway, like this, trying to find this connection in terms of the levels and where it is and in what plane these parts are, like they definitely help us to draw more accurately, and moreover like understand how the body works as an object in space, not just a 2D picture. Oops. Let's try like to move this one somewhere, and then this one. Maybe like this. I think the next one we should draw like this one with the cat. Oh, I really love this reference. I think it looks really cute, because I think she should like fit into the like free space that I have here. So let's see. So once again, the oval shape of the head, like as if you're drawing like an egg. This makes sense, like not 2D but 3D kind of object. And once again, the shoulders go first, then the hips, maybe even like a little bit more. Yes, but she looks like very like flowy here. This motion is very beautiful kind of motion. And here we have a really interesting reference in terms of the legs, because you see that here like one leg goes definitely in front of the other. Like it looks so beautiful, like the overall silhouette looks so like super like light, I would say, and tiny and precious and like all the nice things. So in here we understand that the pelvis is kind of like in perspective here. So it's not like in the previous drawings, it's more like tilted from us. I mean, to me she looks like a belly dancer or something. And we can even see like the leg that goes behind this one. I mean, they are not like one doesn't cover the other one completely, so we can just draw it, and therefore I think it really looks even more like feminine and nice, and like I think it's a really nice pose actually. It looks so good, like maybe I should draw some OC using this reference, it's so good. Once again, finding the connection between these two, like arms in this case. And the overall motion. And I think I have to draw the cat, so even if approximately. So with animals, it's kind of like similar, maybe not completely the same, but also try to see the flowiness, because animals are usually very, very flowy, especially the cats. Like, moreover, I think it's okay to stylize a little bit, just make the cat a little bit bigger so that I can see it better. Kind of like this, I guess. Maybe even let's change a little bit the overall like tilt of the cat. Yes. It seems to me that I need to increase the canvas. So I need more free space. So let it be a little bit bigger here. So this is the reference a little bit more like from behind, so it can be a little bit more tricky compared to the previous ones, but let's see, like once again, like sketching out the head, and in this case like we can even see the difference, like the parts that make the head, like the face part and the head part. I mean, like, I'm not sure how exactly this part is called, but I mean, I'm just separating, like breaking them down into the face part and the rest of the head. I hope it makes sense. So in this case, it's like this part of the face, right? So ear, and then there is the part of the skull. But overall, you can see that the egg shape is still present, more or less. Oh, hi! How are you today? Are you practicing anatomy drawings? Because this is what we are focusing on here. So here, once again, the flowy lines also work, right? They can help you to work with the line of the back. These are decent figures, doing good. Thank you! Thank you. So, sketching out, like, once again, the shoulder line and the hips line. Resources helped you to understand the human figure. You mean the books? I would say that pretty much any anatomy, even like medical anatomy, atlases, and kind of like these kind of things, they help because they represent and show you the anatomy and how it works. As for the specific, like artistic sources, I think I forgot the name of this artist. Like it's an atlas of anatomy by some German artist, and I think his name is something like Baum or Brown. Let me check, because I remember, and he's like really good at this. Oh, I remembered. It's Bammes. B-A-M-M-E-S, I guess. I'm also trying to learn figure drawing. That's good. It's a difficult task though, but doable. Right, so what are you studying? Like, what are you working with? I'm trying to figure out the pelvis here, because definitely not the easiest angle. So kind of works like this here. And also we can see that the legs are, once again, one leg is slightly in front of the other. So it should go a little bit up. Very good at proportions. For fixing the proportions, I would recommend you just to use some parts of the body as reference. I mean, I bet you know that you can just use the length, or like, I mean, the size of the head to measure other parts, for example, of the body. Head too big, legs too short, etc. So yeah, basically like what I mean here, like let's say that we take some basic figure, some basic pose, and there you have like the head. So you just draw the head as an egg, and then you use it as your like starting point. You can just count how many like heads are there in the body, for example, and usually there are like from 6 or 7 to 8 heads in a person's height, but once again it depends a lot on the person. Yeah, and like using these, like you can find like where it's the shoulder line, where the hips line go, and like where the pelvis should start, and all this stuff. Like, and so let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I would like usually use 8, but once again depends on the proportions, because there are different styles, and so and like using this you can find like where the knees start, for example, right, and like where the feet start, and all this stuff like this. Is it Gottfried Bamis? Yeah, exactly. But you know, like I would say that for a complete like beginner, pretty much any source works. But this one is like super cool guy. Yeah, exactly. Just that there are different styles, and some people like make the proportions a little bit shorter, or you know, some people are like naturally shorter, so it depends. How wide the body is. I don't count usually, because now it's just enough for me to see it and to draw, but you can just once again use the same thing, and maybe use the head as a reference, and then like put the amount, like just see it on your reference, how many heads are there, for example, in the hips width. So pretty much you can use any body part. It's just that head is more comfortable and convenient to use, because it's more or less of the same size for many people. But once again, like there are some tricks with that. I mean, that's in kids, for example, like a head is slightly bigger compared to the proportions of the rest of the body, and for adults, head is slightly smaller. Once again, trying to find the other elbow, and we can see that's actually the hands are pretty much on the same level here. That's interesting. How to draw heads plus how to add the facial features to the head. Yeah, that's pretty much like matter of practice on the one hand, but as for the pieces of advice on that, I would recommend to get, you know, like this habit of doodling, and doodling a lot. So like there are things that you study and you know, like get very precise with the proportions and all this stuff, but from time to time give yourself a break and just doodle. Even like you can take a pen, not a pencil, so that you know that you cannot erase stuff. And it's okay if there are like multiple lines and all this stuff. It's just that this way, when you mix like super serious kind of and you know, maybe slow kind of approach, and then you make some like super quick doodles and gestures and stuff, like they help to incorporate what you have learned, and after that you will feel more freedom in the way you draw. But of course, like one doesn't work without the other. But I would say that this kind of like idea of free sketching and like sketching whatever you see, like people from references, like maybe draw some people in real life and stuff, like even, I don't know, draw some computer, a laptop, and whatever you see around you, like, and it definitely helps you to feel at ease with the materials, with the paper, with all like drawing process. And I don't know, it really helped me to draw more confidently overall. Still to know what guidelines have not level yet. It doesn't really matter what level you are. Like, this is why I'm telling you about this. Like, it's kind of a hack that helps you to, you know, some people have like language barrier and some people have like drawing barrier. So don't be too concerned. Like when you give yourself like this, I don't know, 5 minutes of some doodling, like don't be concerned with all the guidelines and stuff. Like you can still draw them, but do that more freely. So it gives you like this, and it doesn't matter like what's the result. It's just like the matter is to try to see like this dynamics and things, and maybe stability and things, and I hope it makes sense, because like if you stick too much to all the guidelines, like they are great for studying and for learning, but they can give you like the stiffness when you draw. And I believe like you feel that when you draw, like, and to get rid of this stiffness, like it's kind of like, I mean, if you compare with languages, it's kind of like speaking practice. Even if you make mistakes, that's still okay, right? The main idea is that you do that. So same about this, like it's definitely not about the level. Like it can be even like some cartoon stuff or like whatever. I mean, it can be some like geometry, like shapes and things like that. So, but it definitely gives you the opportunity to even like practice what you have learned, like even without reference or with reference. So it doesn't really matter. It's kind of like those almost mindless doodles like that we used to do at school, for example, and stuff. At least try it, right? If you don't like it, you can always come back to a more, maybe a precise kind of drawing. Yeah, exactly. So take some paper that, like, it can be some printer paper that you don't care about, like you're not afraid to spoil a sketchbook or something. So you can even, like, I don't know, if you don't like the result, you can throw away the paper. It doesn't matter. So it's about like this feeling of freedom. Try to maybe enjoy the material itself, like enjoy how the pen draws, or like maybe some ink pen or whatever. Okay, so where were we? I have no idea what kind of footwear this is, but maybe these are like somewhat some shoes or something, but I won't draw this thing because the textile thing, because it kind of like looks weird here. I don't like that, so just put the heel. Just want to fix the proportions a little bit because I think I messed up a little. Want to indicate the face a little bit here. I don't know why, because in the previous ones I decided like to draw no face, but for some reason I want this one to have a face. Even when drawing a head, like so we talked about the head's resemblance to an egg, but we still can see that there are some like a bit more complicated shape to it, so we can just kind of separate it, break it down into the parts and see how they are interconnected. When do you start drawing and what makes you take it seriously? I have been always drawing pretty much my whole life, and I don't know, I have just like always enjoyed doing so, and I think maybe around a year or two I started to take it like seriously as a career. Because like I studied for graphic design, like we had some drawing practice, but it of course wasn't super focused on. I mean, that's it's not the main thing there, I would say, in that sphere. And now I got more interested in illustration and the same time creating some content online. And I just decided that my own blog will help me to do that more consistently, and so far it's been a good decision, because like I kind of get this, you know, idea of responsibility for like other people are like, the audience, the friends, family, like they are all waiting for what you're doing next, and it kind of like creates it helps to build a more consistent habit. Late high school, I want to draw comics, manga. Oh, that's so cool. Like, you definitely should go for it. So in this case, like, you might even practice based on some, you know, manga or anime artists. I think nowadays, like, a lot of artists are like influenced by anime. Like, I would definitely say that I like progressed a lot when I started to just randomly draw some anime that I was into back in the days, like the Death Note, for example, and the Full Metal Alchemist and all this stuff. So there are plenty of resources online, and it's really cool mangakas out there. I have some like tutorials on my channel, so check them out as well. Yeah, right. I mean that it's even, I would say, I think it's more effective for drawing, like it's my personal opinion, but compared to, you know, like real life studying, like anatomy studies, and anime and manga are still like a little bit stylized, so I think they're easier to understand and easier to practice compared to, you know, like super hardcore kind of realism and stuff. So I think you should definitely go for it, and especially if you like it, it won't feel hard. Okay, now I think that we need to change a little bit, and because I decreased the size of some sketches just because I thought that, oops, I don't have enough free space, but then I got the genius idea to increase the canvas, and like, let me just put her here. This and this one should go here. Oops, no, not that big. This one will go here. Yeah, now I think it makes more sense overall. Oh, hi! Welcome! Welcome to the stream. I'm not sure that I have other references, but let me check. Like, all of these are bunnies. Bunnies. Maybe we can take some reference from this picture. I just need to increase the canvas even more and draw one more here. Render size, and maybe around this would be enough. Great for reference. I need to have the models where as minimal as possible. Thank you. Yeah, it comes with practice actually, and like the more you do, like the easier it will be for you to see, like kind of like through the clothes. I hope it doesn't sound weird, because yeah, I mean in terms of the anatomy. And yeah, there are like actually plenty of these references that's where people like wear minimum, and it's easier to draw them, and I think it really makes sense to choose this kind of references. Just that for some of the previous live streams I decided to practice drawing some clothes and stuff, so this is why I have some like collection of clothing and outfits here, so I'm just trying to choose whom to draw. That would be this girl, like the one bottom left corner. Yeah, right. So once again, starting with the head. And do you mostly like practice in traditional media or digital media? I need to change the layer. I would say that in practicing the poses, it's a really big thing to notice the connections and like the, I hope it makes sense, location of the parts of the body like in relation to each other. So let's say that if we're drawing legs and trying to understand like where should we draw this foot compared to the leg on which she's standing on. So we can see that her foot or her, it's just that I forgot all the words today. Let me just check. Heel, yeah, of course, heel. Like it is almost where her other knee is. And the knee, I mean on the right hand leg, so that we can like make these connections, and they help us to identify not only the proportions but also like the overall unity of the pose, so that they don't look separate. And basically breaking down to the simple shapes always works. Like doesn't matter what you draw, if it's some car or some person or an animal or whatever. You can always like break down the figure to the basic shapes and then build the whole thing. Fashion, manga Bella. Those were amazing outfits. Character. Cool. Other parts negative. Yeah. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, yeah. I recently realized that I still can't get over the way the Death Note manga is drawn. I mean, it's still one of my favorites, and I don't know, just it's kind of simplistic in terms of the style and drawing, but it looks still so cool, and I think it looks way better compared to anime visuals, and super stunning. Yeah, right. Right. Super complicated process. Oh, look, I decided to draw hair, for the final pose here. Once again, here it doesn't really matter Oh, I did draw a hair for the previous one. Okay, so I guess like we started with the bald-headed ones, like, and finished with the ones with the hair. That's a progress. This one, like, I still don't like this aspect. I want to change that. Like here we even have the perspective, like in the leg that is not standing on the ground, and it's kind of tricky here. I mean, it's like literally this, then it goes like this, and then like this. So perspective, perspective, and perspective. Why not in the under? Okay guys, I think that's it for today. So we can see that that's the final result here for now, and I managed to draw 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. I actually prepared like only 4 references, but I had some in my pocket. So yeah, that's it. Thank you so much for joining me for the stream today, and please give this video a like if you enjoyed it. Don't forget to subscribe if you like the content, and there will be more tutorials and more this kind of stuff on the channel, because I pretty much stream every weekend. And yeah, I hope that you had great time, and I hope that you enjoy your day, and I'll see you in my next video. Thank you. Bye bye.